So we're going to start with the pre-qual. There's a convenient button right here. If you haven't noticed, this starts a new scenario right away. You don't have to enter the tool, go to the scenario grid and start one from there. You can just tap on this button and get going. Okay, let's get started. So Sally, of course, she's a first-time home buyer. Looks like she's in Toronto. And she is looking for a condo. She is a citizen. She's a first-time home buyer, yes. And she's looking to buy a condominium. Now, I showed you this before, but if you want to fast forward a little bit through the wizard, because it animates the text and you want to get there faster, just tap on the screen. It will finish the animation for you. So do you want to read? No, tap. She's got $100,000 total available funds. She's got a credit card debt. So I'm just going to add a credit card here. And balance is 5,000, 10,000 limit. Let's give it a name, Visa. That should be good enough. And she's employed and she is making 120K. So this is our base scenario. We're going to work with this one going forward. And she's got an excellent credit. All right, so that was a basic scenario. There were no additional debts. There were no existing properties. It's not an owner-occupied rental. So very simple. So 548,172 is the max pre-qualification. The way I do it is I just simply go to the first edit because it will enter the edit section. Sometimes you can just want to scroll down all the way very quickly and just tap on advanced edit. That's also goes to the same place. It goes to the edit section, but goes to the right tab. So this one particular went to the qualification tab. But before I continue with this, I want to explain a little bit about the information that you can see right away. We obviously can see the name of the scenario. If you want to change it to your client's name, you can do it. You can just tap on this and change it to a client's name. This is also the same name that will be displayed on the report. So it's good to have your client's name in here. Of course, you got some options. This is the scenario menu. This is the report button. This is some menu that you can see additional capabilities. But the biggest number here is probably the most important for a pre-qual is the max purchase price. In the little box, you can see some of those results from the pre-qual. For example, this is an insured deal. It turned out the insured deal works better than the uninsured or the insurable. So also gives you the perfect LTV in such a way that the purchase price, the down payment, the closing cost, the minimum down payment, all that stuff works together and yields the highest purchase price. Therefore, it's an 82.88% LTV. We're going to try to customize these things and you'll see why this is the best. Then you got your actual GDS and TDS. There's a difference between actual and max. Max is what the lender goes up to, and actual is the real situation. It's whatever we have. Right now, we can see that our GDS is 39 and our TDS is 40, which means that we have probably maxed out our GDS. So our home expenses, our mortgage payments, all that worked out to be 39% of the person's income. That means that's it. They can't go higher than that. However, the TDS, which is the second number, if you look here on the right here, my max is set to 39.44. This means 44% of my income can be allocated to home expenses and mortgage payments, plus other debts. But we are actually at 40%. So that means we have a bit of room to have other debts. So it hasn't maxed out. This next one is the total mortgage. This is the mortgage that the person is getting. This is the down payment. If you recall, we put 100,000. So that portion got split up between down payment and closing cost. And the closing cost works out to be, I'm a first-time home buyer in Toronto. For this purchase price, I probably got a first-time home buyer rebate. So $7,000. Below that, you got the title of the tab, and then you got your net mortgage. What's net mortgage? Net mortgage is simply the difference between the mortgage and the mortgage insurance. So because it's an insured deal, there's CMHC. I'm going to call it CMHC, but there's two other insurers in Canada, Sagan and Canada Guarantee, but it just sounds much faster to say CMHC. So I'm just going to use CMHC. If CMHC is 12,000 plus the net mortgage, then the total mortgage amount is 462. So that's here. You got your mortgage insurance amount. If it's an insured deal, you'll see a number. If it's not, it's zero. And you got your MQR. What is MQR? MQR is your mortgage qualifying rate, also known as the stress test rate. This is the rate that we qualify the person with. So that's really everything in here that you need to know.